Hi, all of you. Good morning. So yesterday, if you remember, we discussed about the EBS volume. Okay, and we discussed like how you can create a partition in that, how you can format the partition. Okay, then how you can mount the volume. So these all things we discussed, and today we'll be discussing about the EFS volume. Okay, so if you remember yesterday, I was telling about the EBS volume. So there was some disadvantage of the EBS volume. Anybody remember? Like yesterday when we are using the EBS volume, there were some disadvantage to that. So anybody remember that? No? So see, this was the EBS volume, right? We are talking about these volumes which we created yesterday, like 2GB. So the first disadvantage of EBS volume was that if your volume, okay, if your volume is created in 1B data center, okay, it is created in AP South 1B, then this volume can attach to EC2 instances running in 1B only. Okay, that means either in this one or either in this one. If I want to attach that 2GB pen drive to these machines, okay, which is running in AP South 1A, it is not going to possible. Okay, that is the one disadvantage, that in whichever data center your pen drive will be purchased, in same data center you will be connected. Okay. Second problem with EBS is it can be attached to only one machine at a time. Okay, that means if I want to share a data between these two machines, okay, both machines are in one B data center, so our pen drive will work perfectly, okay, because they are in the data center B itself. But if I want to connect a pen drive of the 2GB, okay, to this machine also and to this machine also, okay, at a single point of time, we'll be not able to do so. Okay, like even in the real world, if I'll ask you, can you connect a pen drive, okay, to two different laptop at a single point of time? So that is not possibility, right? Because first time you will plug it to one machine, from there you will copy the data, then again you will put that pen drive to second machine, and there you will be pasting the data. This is the things which we visually do. But again, have you ever noticed any type of the sharing devices in your home, okay, where you can connect a pen drive to multiple devices at a single point of time? Anybody? Like in your home, is there any devices present? With the help of that, you can connect a single pen drive to multiple laptops, mobile, tablets at a single point of time. Anybody? This question is clear to all of you. See, everybody keep it in chat, okay? So at least yes or no. Question is clear to all of you? No? Okay. So let me repeat it again. In your home, okay, is there any device available, okay, with the help of that device, if you are plugging a pen drive or something on that device, okay, so your pen drive data, whatever the movies, whatever the file you kept inside your pen drive, okay, that can be shared to your laptop, your tablet, your mobile phone, your smart TV, across all the devices in your home. So that is the question. Have you any devices? Just yes or no. I want the response from everybody. Keep it in chat. I can think of router where we can plug in our drive. Okay. Let's see about other sensor. Others? Just yes or no. If yes, then which is the device? If no, then it's okay. Keep it in chat, everybody. I got the one answer for now. Others? Okay. So yeah, that is the correct answer. Like yes, you can router itself, because if we go with the higher end router, they comes up with the USB functionality. Okay, in that USB functionality, whenever you are plugging a pen drive or hard drive, so basically they create a FTP server, file transfer protocol, in your home. Okay, and with that, the help of the FTP protocol, you can connect to that hard drive. Okay, using the network itself. That means you are sharing the data from the pen drive, okay, or you are reading the data from the pen drive, but with the help of the network, without proper connecting it to your proper device. Like I'm not plugging that pen drive to my machine, I'm plugging that pen drive to my router itself. And from router, my laptop is connected, so I'll be able to access. Okay, so like this way it happens. So same thing, EFS is also working. EFS full form is Elastic File System. That is also a network based service. Okay, they will provide you the storage with the help of the network. And if some devices is providing you the storage with the network, then that device can connect to the multiple device at a single point of time. Okay, so that's only we are going to see. So to understand the EFS, the first part you have to do is you have to search for EFS. Okay, and just click on this. So up to 5 GB of EFS volume comes under free tier. Okay, just you have to simply click here, create file system. Now they are asking what is the EFS name you want to give. Take an example, I'm giving the name as my EFS. Everything let it be default. Okay, don't you have to change anything. What is VPC? Everything you'll get to know when we start with the Terraform. Okay, so just click on create and see a new EFS is getting created. Okay, and if you'll see, currently it is in the creating state. Okay, and in few seconds you will be able to see, now see, now it is available. Okay, it is available. Similarly, if you'll see here, if I click on this my EFS part, so if you remember, there is one difference between creating EFS and EBS. If you see, these are the steps we followed in the EFS. We clicked on EFS, went to create file system, given the name, clicked on create, and EFS volume got created. Okay, but in case of the EBS volume, yesterday when we created, yeah. So what are the things we given? We given the name. Okay, we given the size also. But in the EFS case, we are not giving any size. That what size of hard disk or pen drive I require, 2 GB, 5 GB, 8 GB. That they are not asking. Okay. In the case of the EFS, why they are not asking? I will show you. Okay. But just you have to keep in mind that in EFS, whenever you create, they will not ask you about the size, that how much size of storage you require. Okay. But in EBS, that is compulsory. Okay, now once everything is created, then we'll come here and we'll go in the network section. Okay, and you have to make sure that currently it is in the creating stage. When it's all become active, okay, then only we'll be able to complete other works. Yeah, now it is available. So now you'll be saying they created a network. Okay, that means you can think like your pen drive or hard drive is connected to 3 different routers. Okay, one router is present in one A data center, one router is present in one B data center, one router is present in one C data center. All these router have their own public IP address. Okay, like their IP address is for one A, this is the IP address for one B data center, this is the IP address of the one C data center. Okay, similarly, there is a security group also attached to all the data center. Now, if you want to, if your machine is running in one A, okay, like if your machine, somebody's mic is open.
Sir, security group is not unique. It is for each region we should maintain one security group or more than one security group.
No, it is multiple security group. Security group is just like a key. Okay, so you can keep whatever the key you want. It depends on the different EC2 instance to EC2 instance. You can create different security group. Okay. Now, if you'll see, this is the 1A data center. Okay. If my EC2 instances is running in 1A, okay, so I will connect that EC2 instance to this network. Okay, AP South 1A, because my EC2 instance is 1A. So I will use this IP to use the volume. Similarly, if my machine is running in 1B, then I will be using this IP address, okay, to connect to that. Like that way you have to do. If your machine is running in 1C data center, EC2 instances, then you have to connect with this IP. Once you got the idea that we got the IP address also to connect everything, then we'll forward. So I will again duplicate this page, let this page open. Okay, so I'm going again to EC2 service, instances. So I'm quickly starting to instance. Okay, let it be first starting this 1B only. Okay, so both are in 1B. I'm starting it. Meanwhile, let's start one A machine also. Okay, so I'm starting one A machine also. So I'm going to connect that same network storage, okay, like same EFS to all these three machines parallelly. Okay, it is not like first I will connect to this machine, then I will disconnect, then I will connect to this. No, I'll be using that storage to all these three machines at a single point of time. Okay, so three machines are ready. Let's first connect to this test pen drive one. This is running in 1P. I'll simply click on connect. The first thing you have to do is sudo switch user root. Okay. If you remember, there was a command called df-h that is for disk free. Okay. Df-h. Okay. So you are saying that currently 8 GB volume is attached to your machine. Okay. And other volume is not coming. Okay. So what we have to do is we have to mount. Okay. We don't have to create partition. We don't have to format everything in this case, EFS case, because EFS is a service provided by AWS. So whenever they are creating the storage network, so they already do the partition, they already do the format. So you don't have to do anything. Just you have to mount it. So simply click mount. Okay. And we have to tell to the IP address. Okay. Like what is my IP address? So this is my IP address, right? My machine was running in 1B. So I'm copying this IP address. I'll copy this, mount. And before mounting, let's see is, okay, there is a CD test pen drive. Okay, so this is a directory test pen drive. Okay, so that we created, it is totally empty directory that you can see. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am connecting this EFS volume like mount control shift V. Okay, so for testing that IP address, give the column slash, okay, and mount it to the test pen drive. Basically, you have to create a directory, and to that directory, you have to mount that IP address. And IP address makes sure if your machine is running in 1B, okay, so you have to copy the IP address of 1B only. And if I'll quickly try to hit enter, you will see that error will going to come. It is taking time, and after some time we'll see that it is not going to connect. Okay. So anybody can guess why it will be not connecting? What steps we missed? Anybody? Something related to at this point itself. So after saying this, any step you think that we missed at this point? No? Okay. So see, in this part, we copied the IP address, but what about the security group, right? There is a security group attached to this machine because this is the network. So see, who can connect to your router in your home, right? Who have the password of your router, that person can only connect, right? Or whomever you given the WPS key of your router, that person only can connect. That means if you want to connect to this machine, you should give this security group. Okay, so we'll quickly come to our instance section. This is our instance in which we want to hit it. I will simply come to this security part and we'll see that there is a security group only 22. Simply come to action. Okay, click on security part click on change security group, and here just search for default security group. Why default? So if you'll again see here at this part, so see security group name is default only. Okay, 59B0. That's why we are adding this 59B0. Just add this default one. Okay, and just click on add security group. So see what happened. Wait. Oh wait, just give me a second. I think something wrong with that. Instances. Exam security. Change security group. Search for default. Yeah, this one is the default. That's what we given the wrong. Yeah, now this is the default security group. It is added. Just click on save. So we added the security group here. Okay, so inside this now there is two security group. If you'll come quickly see here. So see there is two security group. One is default, one is this one by default, previously one. Now if we'll again hit the same command, okay, like mount this one and see now what will happen. Yeah, now see it is mounted. It is not giving any error or something. And if I'll do df-h, you'll see previously only 8 GB volume was showing. Okay, now it is showing that there is this IP address you corrected. Okay, and it is sharing your storage to this /test pen drive location, and it is giving you this much size. So are you aware about what is the E for? Like G is for GB, M for MB. So do you know what is about E? Anybody here? Can you type it in chat? Have you heard about E? Have you heard about E? G for GB, M for MB. So what is for E? Anybody? See, if you don't know, at least just say no, right? Don't heard about E? Okay. So say, yeah, see, if you don't know, just say at least no, so I can tell you. Okay, so there is no problem in that. Everybody I'm saying. Okay. And there are some few people who are not even responding. So please respond. It will increase your learning. Okay, you'll get more learning if you try to respond. So if you search exabyte, okay. Okay, so how large is exabyte if I'll tell you? So see, 1 exabyte is equal to 1 billion gigabyte. Okay, it is equal to 1000 petabyte, or you can say 1 billion gigabyte. Okay, so now you can see that how much storage they are providing you. They are providing you 1 billion gigabyte. Okay, like see 1000 TB. Okay, 1000 terabyte is considered as a petabyte. Okay, and 1000 petabyte is considered as a exabyte. Okay, so you can just simply understand that 1000 into 1000. Okay, terabyte will be there. So that is such a huge storage, 1 billion gigabyte. But then why they are giving you this much storage, right? That can be the one of the question. Why they are giving you 8 exabyte storage? Okay, so AWS say that currently your used is 0. Okay, that means you are not using anything. So I'll be charging you 0. No amount will be charged. Up to 5 GB if you are using, then also it is free for your free tier account. But after 5 GB, you are storing more storage. Like in 8 exabyte storage, I stored 1 TB file. Okay. Then I will be getting charged for 1 TB only, not the entire 8 exabyte. Okay. So they are charging you on the used basis. Okay, that you have to make sure. So once you got to know that they are charging you to use one, and by default they give the 8 exabyte storage itself. Okay. Now, if I'll go in the test pen drive, so currently there is no data. Okay, so that's well and good. Let's connect to second instance. So again, this is my second instance. Again, in the second instance, the first thing we have to do is we have to add the security group, because without security group, it is not going to work. So change security group, search for default. Default is already added in this machine. In my case, in your case, if it is not added, again add the default and click on save. Okay. So again, let's connect to this machine then. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. Okay. So first thing, you have to become the sudo switch user root. Here, if I'll check quickly, so there is two pen drive was created. Let's check is any data present in the pen drive. CD pen drive. I think yeah, there is no data. So I'm again coming back, and again I'm using the same command mount. Then that IP address, again, why same IP address? Because this machine is also running in 1B only. Okay, and if your machine is running in 1B, we have to use the same IP. So I given the IP here, and then again dot slash and give the location name. So I'm giving pen drive. That's all. If we'll do df-h, so see, they are showing you that again 8 exabyte storage is attached to here, and in this case it is attached to pen drive location. So let's go to pen drive. Here also you will be seeing there is no data. Okay, let's connect one more machine parallelly. 3 machine will be going to connect. So this is the third machine that is running in 1A. It is in different data center. And again, let's check whether security group is attached to this or not. So security, change security group. Default is not attached. I'm attaching it. Click on add. Once both will be visible here, then only just click on save. Okay. And I'm connecting to this. Connect. The first thing again, sudo switch user root. Okay, so let's create a directory quickly here because there is no directory here. So technically I'm giving name as my EFS pen drive. Again, we have to do mount, and this time I don't have to paste the exact same IP because this is 1A. So I will copy this IP. Copy this, paste it here. Column slash. Don't forget to add this column slash also, and just give the directory name. That's all. df-h. Again, 8 exabyte storage attached. Now, if I'll go inside this pen drive, you'll see there is no data. Okay, but now you'll be going to see one interesting thing, that all the machines connected to the same pen drive. Okay, using this network address. Now, if I'm going to create a file here, like touch, can you create a file one? So see, file one is created in this machine. Let's add some content inside the file one, like date command output. I want to save it in the file one. So you'll see file one is created. What is the content in the file one? It is created. Okay. Now if I'll go to the second machine, and currently if you'll see in this second machine, I was doing ls, there was nothing. But now see, file one is present. If I'll try to read the file one, so see in this machine also we are able to see that. Same thing in the third machine, ls, nothing was there. Now again, if I'll do ls, file one came. If I'll do cat file one, content is there. Similarly, from this machine, now I will create a new file like touch file 2, something like this. Add cal output in the file 2. Okay, if we'll do ls, now 2 file is present, file 1 and file 2. You can modify to from this machine also. They will show you now there are 2 files present. That means the same storage you are sharing across the devices seamlessly. Okay, so even hundreds people will be there. and I want to share the data with 100 people, by this way we can do it. So is it clear to everybody? EFS part or any confusion?
Sir, when we created that, we are using mount that automatically it's taking 8 GB.
Not 8 GB.
Partition
It
is
is
8
8
by default.
exabyte. 8 exabyte, right?
8 exabyte. Okay.
Yeah. So whenever, like, see, when we are creating this EFS volume, okay, if you remember, they never asked us what is the storage you are going to use, right? They just say that give the name, I will create the EFS volume. So by default, AWS provide 8 exabyte storage to everybody. Okay. And from that, whoever is using, see, currently I'm using only 6 KB. Okay, so I will be getting charged for only 6 KB of storage. You're getting this? My total size is 6 KB because I created only 2 files, added some data, it is around 6 KB like that. So that you have to understand.
You actually created 3 instances in EC2, but in the CLI command line prompt, we mentioned only one IP address. Some little bit confused, but actually they maintain only. Actually, in the EC2 instance, we created 3 instances.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a 3 instances. Yes.
But here AP South address is same.
No,
Zone
see,
is AP1A is maintaining only one IP address, or not a unique IP address. I think both are unique IP addresses. But AP South one.
See, it is something like this. These are the data centers, right? Different data centers. So whatever the storage you created, that storage is connected to 3 different routers. Take an example. Okay, with the help of the networking. Or just have you ever done the concept of the extended Wi-Fi in your home? Like there is sometimes what happens, there is a Wi-Fi router you bought from the market, but that Wi-Fi router is not capable to provide the Wi-Fi signal for entire your home. Okay, some will be the weak spot, some will be the greater spot. So for that, what we do, we extend the range of Wi-Fi, right? Using some extender. So if you'll see, the extended IP will be different as compared to the your IP address of your first machine. Have you saw this type of the scenario previously? Have you ever used extender in your home? Have you ever used extender in your home? Yes or no? Just say.
Previously, I never used it.
Okay. So see, extender is something, if you'll see, search it in the Google. Okay, so before let me show you the extender. What is the confusion here? So you are saying like that only one IP address is here, right? That is your confusion. What is your confusion?
Yeah, actually, whenever give the partition, whenever give that mount is using that command, you give only that IP address one.
Yeah. So okay. So this one you are saying I use this mount one only one IP I'm doing, right?
Yes.
Okay, so see, currently this machine is which one? Ansible node 1, right? So if I'll come here in the instance section, where this Ansible node 1 is running, Ansible node 1 is running in 1A, right? So if your machine is running in 1A data center, 1A data center, just think like a different city. Okay, there is a country, in that country, there is a 3 different city. Okay, so if your pen drive or is present in the 1A data center, okay, so your laptop should also be present in 1A data center, right? In the same city, then only you can connect. That's why whenever I'm connecting 1A machine, I'm using this IP address. I cannot use 1B or 1C because these two are the different cities. Okay, but at
Okay,
last
sir.
we are
Okay.
connecting to the same storage. Okay, and 2 times why I used this IP, because both machines were running in the 1B itself, like this one and this one is running in 1B itself. That's why. Okay, similarly, if there will be machine in 1C, you'll be using the 1C. But if we'll see quickly the extended one, extended Wi-Fi. So this type of the devices comes in the market. Okay, whose work is just to increase the range of the Wi-Fi. So like this type of the concept is only using by the AWS side, okay, to extend it to different data centers. Okay, so this was about the EFS. Okay, again, EFS is the paid service. So let's once work is completed, like you are done with the EFS. Okay, so simply what you have to do is you have to come back. Let's wait. Yeah, so this is the EFS. Just simply click on delete. Okay. So if your work is completed, just delete it. They will say you to delete this, copy this ID, copy it, paste it here, and confirm it. Okay. So after some times it will be deleted. Now, once it is deleted, now again we'll not require these many instances. So let me stop it quickly. Okay. Now if you'll come again. So EFS part is done. We copied this network, whichever machine is running. If machine is running 1A, you have to copy the IP of 1A to use the mount. Okay. Like in my case, if you'll see the machine was running in 1A. So when I was doing the connect everything, okay. So I done the command mount only one time. Okay. Only one IP will be there. And whatever the directory you want to connect. And this security group, you don't have to forget to attach in the machine. Then only it will do like this way. Okay. So these two things we already shown you. And yeah, if you compare the what is the 1 exabyte, okay, this is the 1 exabyte. So 1 exabyte is, see, one like this way you can see from the gigabyte, let's see. So see, 1000 gigabyte is equal to 1 terabyte. Similarly, 1000 terabyte is equal to 1 petabyte, and 1 petabyte is equal to 1 exabyte. Okay, so this much greater term is there. And after this, yes. Okay, now we are going to create a custom image for web server. Okay. So custom web server, again, if you remember in our Linux classes, how many of you remember we discussed about the installation of HTTPD service? Yum install HTTPD. How many of you remember? Remember that? We talked about HTTPD service like systemctl start HTTPD, systemctl stop HTTPD in the Linux class. Everybody forgot. See, there is one thing I will tell you. It is good that you are forgetting the things. There is nothing bad. Okay. Okay, sorry, Linux class you did not attend actually. Okay, so see, if you are not attended the class, so you can take the video reference, right? Like on the weekend, you can check the videos, you can revise the concept. Okay, because see, it is the human behavior to forget the things. Okay, it is nothing new. Everybody forgets, even I forgets the thing. Okay, but what you have to do, you have to do the revision. Okay, if you revise the concept, then you will get it easily. So that you have to keep in mind. So again, let's see. The first thing we are going to see, we are going to launch a EC2 instance with the port 80 open in security group, okay, to create a custom image. Why we are creating the custom image, that will be clear to you in just few minutes, okay. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new instance. Okay, so let me terminate this test pen drive now. I don't require. So simply I'm terminating it. Okay. So my final goal is to create a EC2 instance. Okay, so I'm launching a EC2 instance. And I'm giving that EC2 instance name as my web. Okay, my web, something like this. Now I'm using the Amazon Linux AMI t2.micro. Key pair again, it's totally on you. Whether you want to create a new key pair or do you want to use the new one. So using this key, creating a security group, and here you have to make sure allow HTTP traffic from internet. These things you have to do. Okay, like I mentioned it, you have to do the port 80 enable. So when I am saying port 80 enable, that means you have to enable the HTTP security port here. Okay, HTTP you have to enable. And that's all. You don't have to do anything. Just give the name, keep everything by default, add the key pair, and allow HTTP traffic, and just click on launch instance. And meanwhile, let me close all these things, extra things we don't require. Okay, so instance is created. If you come to this instance section, so one is in pending, this instance. So let's it created. Okay, so now it is created. If I'll click on this, so see everything is visible. Now we'll click on connect. Okay, and if I'll click on connect, you'll see that an instance is getting connected. And meanwhile, again, come to our previous page. Okay, this is the message. So my final goal is I want to create a website. Okay, I want to run a website on this machine. That there should be a website which will be displaying my name, whatever the command I am running in Linux, that they will be displaying on the website. Okay, but I want to create some type of the website which everybody can see. Like even I am giving the URL to you, you will be also able to see that website at now itself. Okay, so how? So that only we are going to do. The first thing you have to do is you have to become the root user. Okay, and just try to see what are the steps we are doing. We become the root user. Then the first requirement is you have to install the HTTPD software. Okay, that is the first requirement. So just hit the command yum install httpd-y and it will install the HTTPD software. Once the HTTPD software is installed, you have to install PHP software also. Yum install PHP. Why PHP? So again, there are different scripting languages, programming languages, you can say like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, okay, that you can use to create a website. But again, we are not in the front end trending where I'll be teaching you HTML, CSS. So I will be just giving a basic idea about the PHP. Okay, PHP is again, you can say that a language which can help you to create a websites, everything. Okay, to design website, everything. So PHP is a great tool. So just hit the yum install PHP. And we are downloading the PHP also. And these two things I mentioned already in the document, that first you have to log in, then you have to hit the command httpd php. Okay, once you've done that, so if you'll see quickly, let's clear this. Remember the command to start the httpd service anybody? Like if I want to check the status of httpd, so this was the command. If you remember, systemctl status httpd. Okay, so this was the command to check the status. Currently, it is in inactive state. So, do you remember how to start it? Anybody can tell? To start this, what was the command? Nobody attended Linux class. Simply keep it in chat. That's all. If I want to start this service, what is the command I will be writing?
You said if you want to do what?
I want to start the HTTPD service.
I think you say yum install.
Come again?
Yum install.
Yum install for installing the service, right? I want to start the service. That is for systemctl start HTTPD. Okay, we are starting it. So we'll simply have to say start. HTTPDs we already installed in the previous step, right? At this point only we installed yum install HTTPD. Okay, so this step is already done. So once software is installed, you have to basically run it. To run this, you have to hit this command. If I'll hit it, and now I will again check the status. So see, now it is running. Okay. And once it is running, so if you remember in that class Linux, see if somebody missed it, so please watch that video over this weekend. Okay. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, you will get the time. So please clear your doubt. There was a lecture. If I'll quickly see what was the lecture. How I can check that? Actually, the naming convention is not there. But I think today's the AWS, so 3 to 4 sessions back. So I think, wait, just give me a second. I will give you the number. In which lecture we'll be able to get all these things. Okay, it is taking time to play. I don't know why. Okay, but there is a lecture, okay, in which we discussed about the systemctl command, everything. Okay, so you have to make sure that that lecture you attended. Okay, if you're not, so see, systemctl start httpd is a command to start the service, and there is one more command we learned in that day, that was systemctl enable httpd. What is this enable httpd is doing? That whenever somebody will restart your machine, still this service will be running itself. Okay, automatically, whenever your laptop will switch on, this service will be going to start. So just you have to hit this command also, systemctl enable httpd, and that's all. Once this is done, our work is completed. Okay, and the same thing we done here also. We install httpd, php, and then we hit these 3 commands. Okay. Now, what is these 2 commands that I will tell you now itself. So again, don't worry. If you'll see, this is my public IP. Okay, this is the public IP of my machine. Either you can copy it from here, or either you can copy it from here. This is the IP. If I'll copy this IP address, and I know that my service is running on port 80, so I given the column 80, and I will press enter, and see my website is visible. Okay, this is a test page coming from my Apache web server. See, Apache HTTP server. That means whatever the server you created, it is showing a website. Even you will try to hit this URL in your browser. Okay, like if I'm going giving you the IP, like this is the URL, giving it in chat. If you'll try to hit it in from your machine, okay, so you'll be able to see the website. Okay, same website you'll be able to see. Test page. Okay. Now they are saying in this website itself that if you want to add your own personal content, currently this is a test page, right? If I want to see the content of my own, I have to paste that file inside this directory. Okay, /var/ww/html. Okay, they are saying you have to keep your file inside this directory. So let's come to our machine. Let's go inside that directory cd/var/www/html. Okay, if I'll press enter, so here currently there is no file is present. Okay, what I'm going to do is let's create a file here with the name a.html. Okay, a.html. So if I'll do ls, a.html is created. Okay, currently if I'll try to read a.html, there is nothing content. And take an example, we are adding the cal command output, okay, in the a.html. Okay, so now if somebody will read cat a.html, what they will be able to see, they will be able to see the calendar. Okay, so we added this file here inside this location /var/ww/html. Now if you'll refresh this page, still you are seeing the test page. Okay, but if you know what is my file name, a.html, so if I'll do here /a.html, so see it is showing us the calendar. Whatever the calendar you added inside that file, that is showing you your in the website. If you'll try to see it from your browser also, for now you'll be able to see it. So can anybody confirm? Are you able to see this? Just you have to give /a.html in your browser. Okay, like this, see, exact calendar output is coming. Okay, if I went to the page source. So can anybody verify? Are you getting the same thing or not? Are you trying that browser? Can you say quickly it is? Because it is taking time for all of you. Have you checked this? Just have to hit this in browser. Nothing you have to do anything extra. I given it link in the chat. Just you have to copy it and paste it in some browser. That's all. And you have to see the output. Are you able to see? Should I call like one by one name to all of you to ask? You can simply keep it in chat, right? Like, are you able to access? Yes or no. If no, then I will tell you why you are facing problem. No link available. I given you the link right in the chat. You are not able to see. Wait, let me paste it again in the chat box. Okay. See. Okay. Now everybody got the link. Okay. Now try to open. I want the confirmation from everybody, all 5 of you. Just open this link. Are you able to see this calendar output? Remove this /a.html and then again hit the URL. You'll be able to see. Okay. Yeah, so that's what I was saying. So if you are not getting the link, you have to tell me. I will automatically paste it again, right? Because see, waiting is not the key here. So see, like this way you are seeing. Now let's create some good website. Okay, this is not looking good. So let's close this also. So currently, if you'll see what we done, we created a.html and inside this we pasted that content. Okay. Now let's delete this file a.html. I don't want to use it. Press Y. Okay. Now, but if you'll see here one more thing, if I'm copying this IP, okay, so by default, they are showing us always the test page only. Okay. I don't want to see by default this page. Okay. This test page should not be visible. So in that case, what you have to do is you have to create a file with the name index.php or index.html. Okay. If your file name starts with the index, okay, then they will automatically replace this test page and they will show your content. Okay. So let me show you something like this. We are creating a file called index.php. Okay. Can we type any public ID? It shows a test file. I'm not getting your question. What you are saying? Any public ID means?
Suppose, sir, I copy that other EC2 instance public ID. I'm
How you
using like
can
this.
no,
What is
see
the result?
that public IP, how other public IP will be able to use? I created that website, everything inside this machine, right? This machine only. I did not set up in this machine or this machine. Your website is running in this machine. So you can hit the public IP of this machine only to get. Okay. If you install the HTTPD web server in this machine also, you've done all the configuration in this machine also, then you can hit the IP address of that machine also. Okay. In whichever web server is running in that machine IP only you can get it. So this is the index.php. Press I for insert and simply I'm not telling you that you have to learn PHP everything. Okay, just copy this pre to pre syntax. Okay, just copy this pre to pre syntax from this. Okay, PHP is totally front end engineer works. You don't have to worry even about, and do Control Shift plus B. So you'll be seeing the content. welcome to DevOps training and print ifconfig. That means they are going to print you the command output of ifconfig. If I save this, so that file is saved index.php. If I'll try to read the content of index.php, so this is the content. Now, if I'll try quickly, ifconfig command. So what is the output of ifconfig command? This is the output, right? So I am saying you have to print welcome to DevOps training, and then you have to print this output, whatever the output it is coming here. That's why I written here ifconfig. If I'll come here and I'll refresh this page, you'll see that it is showing welcome to DevOps training and the output of the ifconfig, right? So these two things they are showing in our website. Now, similarly, if you want to make your website a little bit more good, okay, so let's just search for PHP background color. Okay, I want to attach some background color to our website. See, there is a first website you will get, set background color in PHP. Simply come here, copy this line, okay, come to your EC2 instance, open that index.php file again. Okay, and they are saying you have to echo it. So after this PHP tag, okay, after this PHP tag, just add this one, okay, and don't give any extra space. I added this line. Background color, take an example, I want to make it as orange, okay, rather than pink. So I will write orange, and again I will save this, and that's all. Now if you'll again come here and you'll refresh this page, you'll see your background color is changed and it is orange. So like this way you can do the changes, whatever the changes. It's totally on you, like how good you are in the front-end engineer and you can do. But as a DevOps engineer, we don't have to worry about how this website looks. Okay, our final goal is this website is running or not. Okay. Now if you hit the same IP, okay, again I'm typing you in chat, you'll be able to see this exact same page. Okay. So can you verify again? Are you able to see this orange color background? Welcome to DevOps training and this ifconfig command output. Everybody. That's also. So that means we created a web server. Okay. Now your web server is ready on which website is running. Okay. So if you see here, we done the steps here and we are seeing this content. Okay. In our website. Now, once you are seeing this content, what you have to do is, so okay, so let's keep up to here only, and how to create image from this, that I will be going to tell you in the next class. By then, please revise the Linux class and whatever the AWS part in whatever I taught you up to this point. Okay, now your web server is up. Okay, so at this point we created up to here. So try to do changes. Okay, try to watch videos also. All the videos, whatever the videos is not uploaded, it will be uploaded, and just watch it and just do it. Okay, practice everything, and on Monday come everything, like your revisions would be always done, then we can start from this topic again. Okay, so that's all from my side, and every time just remember that you have to stop the instances. Okay, because if you keep it running you'll be getting charged. Okay, so that things only keep in mind and try to do practice. Okay, thanks all of you.